Welcome back to Game Time, two of your lovely hosts. I'm Owen, beside me Noah. Today we're going to be bringing you a little bit of prediction work. We know how much everybody loved the NBA preseason predictions and how I've been absolutely knocking it out of the park on a couple of them and then swinging and missing on a couple other ones. Hopefully the same doesn't happen with our NFL predictions. There are 7 awards given out at the end of the year, and these are the guys that we think should be receiving them, even though it's a little early, right? Week 10. It's never too early to talk about who you think is going to win, OPOY, DPOY, and whatnot. I know we have your guys up here to start off because I do not have JSN. I do not have Tyler Warren. I don't know. You got 2 Colts on here.
I do.
How about it?
I feel like this year has been, just saying it out of the way, this year has been the weirdest year of football I think I've ever seen. I feel like any award could be given to anybody, well, to an extent. And I feel like it's, at this point, it's anyone's game. But let's get to the awards, shall we? Let's start off strong. MVP award. Now, a lot of people are probably going to put Drake May, and just because they want to watch someone super young win it and they want to see Brady 2.0. However, I'm going with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is currently leading the NFL in passing touchdowns with 27, and he only has 2 interceptions on the year. He's 6th in passing yards, and the Rams are currently on top of the NFC West, right? Yes, they just beat the Seahawks, and they are clearly one of the better teams in the NFL. I really thought the Seahawks were going to win that game.
The Rams look good. The Rams look really, really good.
They look really good. Yeah. And it's mainly because of this guy
And
right
Stafford,
there.
you know, you're surprised because a lot of times with quarterbacks that have been beat up, that have been taking a lot of shots, they don't last. You look at a guy like Brady, he was unscathed for a while, played against some all-pro lines. Aaron Rodgers even was behind, you know, some pretty unbelievable linemen throughout most of his career. Sometimes guys get lucky. Sometimes other guys, they don't get so lucky. Matthew Stafford played on some bad football teams before he made it to LA. He's taking a lot of hits, man. He's still doing it.
I mean, yeah, but he looks great.
Yeah,
and he's definitely my front runner for MVP just because of the touchdowns alone, because the next closest is Dak Prescott with 21.
Yeah.
That's 2 good football games.
Right after him with 20.
That's 2 good football games behind. OPOI, obviously, I feel like everyone's going to say Jonathan Taylor because he's having an incredible year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be the one that makes the case for
a wide receiver.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah.
He is easily the best receiver in football right now, and there's no debate there. He is number 1 in receiving yards, and I think the next closest person has like 200 yards behind him. The only thing that is limiting him from being on this list and not being number 1, like for sure, is his touchdowns. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, as we know, has like 15. Yeah. He has 4 or 3. It doesn't. He gets
gets a lot of fantasy points.
Gets a lot of fantasy points.
Reception merchant.
A lot of targets, a lot of receptions, a lot of yards, but the touchdowns aren't there.
Yeah, they're going to Charbonnet.
They are going to Charbonnet. So as much as I'd love JSN to win it, he'll probably be the runner-up, but that's my case for JSN. DPOI, ignore the spelling. Miles Garrett.
Garrett with 1 T.
Miles Garrett with 1 T is my defensive player of the year, and I think that's pretty straightforward. Last 2 games, he had 5 sacks, and then he had 4 sacks. That
9 in 2 games. I'm pretty sure the guy behind him, the next closest guy last week, had 9.
As a Nick Benito, I think maybe.
This guy just could be perhaps. This guy just got 9 in 2 games.
Insane. I know Brian Burns is the one behind him, but I mean, Myles Garrett is a beast. But then he sits there and complains about being on the Browns as if he didn't take the payload for the Browns.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. He's the best defensive player in football, and that's that. I think that's clear cut right there.
Excuse me. Unfortunately, that does happen with a lot of defensive guys. They're super talented, and they get stuck on dookie teams. They just keep paying them. They keep paying them.
I mean, they're going to take the money. They're always going to take the money.
Yeah.
We've learned that. That's for sure.
And you take the helmet, hit you over the head with it, man.
That is awesome. Whoa.
Heads up, bro. Heads up. Coming at you.
Bam. Bam. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We'll get to Coach of the Year last. My Offensive Rookie of the Year is Tyler Warren because he is a top 3 tight end right now. And as Egbuka has gone down, there have been a couple rookies here and there. Tyler Warren is like 2nd in targets. He's got about 600 yards. I think he's got about 4 touchdowns, I want to say. I mean, he looks great. Daniel Jones loves to throw the ball to this man right here. And he is, along with Jonathan Taylor, probably the second biggest threat on that Colts offense. So I feel like if he keeps producing like he has, maybe get a couple more touchdowns in the next coming weeks. They do play Kansas City next week, so we'll see where that goes.
That's a big test for this guy and this guy. It's a really big test. Tight ends this season are 7th overall going against Casey's defense is 7th overall against tight ends this season. So that's
we'll see. That'll be a real test to see what Tyler Warren's got. But I do think that he could very well win Offensive Rookie of the Year this year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Carson Schlesinger. There we go.
What a beast.
Yes. I think last week.
Tackle machine.
Last week he had 11 tackles and a pick against Baltimore. Baltimore. And he has currently, if I remember correctly, I think he has 4 on the year and has about 80 tackles. That's pretty good for a rookie.
Especially for a rookie.
It's really good for a rookie. That's
somebody's gonna have to produce.
That's it. That's top 10 in tackles by far, and probably top 10 in picks. He's probably tied for.
They put their money into Myles Garrett, and they always put their money into the secondary because they're the Cleveland Browns. Why would they put any into the offense? Right? They're more worried about paying guys like this guy. He's going to get a big chunk of change. They're not going to let him walk. If you think they're letting him walk, you're out of your mind. They're letting Shador and everybody else go before him.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be.
He's pretty much a lock for this award.
Yeah, I mean, who else? I mean, there's really haven't been big names
he'll win
about it. He'll definitely win it. And then obviously we all know he's winning comeback player of the year, and that's Danny Dimes himself. Been a little shaky recently though. He has had a little bit of struggle here and there in the last few weeks. But needless to say, the stuff that Daniel Jones has been doing this year is, who would have thought Daniel Jones? As much as I would give it to Dak Prescott from his injury last year, Daniel Jones is having a way better season. And the Colts have a better record, which, as we know, from especially the MVP award, wins matter.
Absolutely.
Wins matter.
Win is a big QB stat oftentimes as well, I like to say.
And then, as a collective unit, Mike Vrabel is my coach of the year. Yep. He pulled Drake May and was like, run with it. And Drake May said, okay. And now Drake May is going to be the reason that Mike Vrabel wins this award.
Apparently edging the fan base by withholding Travion Henderson until there was
that's the only reason he wouldn't win it.
2 injuries in the backfield, not 1 but 2. Now they have fully established that Patriots offense. They got the run down. They got the pass down. It's scary.
That's the only reason that Mike Vrabel wouldn't win this award is because he took so long to play Travion Henderson.
No.
But, yeah, there's no way that I feel like there aren't many. There are a couple coaches, the Colts, they could definitely get it. But
yeah, I like my pick. Yeah, I like your picks. They're good, but I think I like my picks better.
Should we take a look at your picks?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Oh, wow, that was quick.
Wow.
There it is.
And starting off at the MVP, most valuable player, it has to be Make Dre. It has to be Drake May. If it's not him, I don't know who else it would be. Maybe Stafford. But I'm expecting the Patriots to finish as the number 1 team, in the AFC.
Really?
Drake May has 20 passing touchdowns this year. Pretty good. First in completion percentage and first in passing yards. Remember, he does have a game on almost everybody else because he hasn't had the bye week yet. But I really like what he's doing and has been able to find the booty man, Kayshon Boutte, and Stephon
Diggs is having a good year.
He's been able to feed them enough. And like we said earlier, they've established the run, so it's going to open things up even more for this guy. Yeah. I think now that Henderson has broke out, it's only going to be even better for Drake May.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. How can it not be him?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
JT.
I didn't want to be like everybody else, okay?
Jonathan Taylor's got 1,200 yards on the ground and 15 touchdowns from the running back position. Those are some staggering numbers. If you finished that way at the end of the year, people would be super excited and you might get a paycheck. Yeah. How about week
10 games in? 10 games in.
How about week 10? That's something. Yes. And you don't have Daniel Jones' success without Jonathan Taylor, right? Let's put that out there. If
That's
they had
true.
Absolutely no run game. And
like Anthony Richardson?
Purely, those are 2 different players as well. Anthony Richardson has rocks in his.
I'm saying if Anthony Richardson was the quarterback, JT would not have the year he had.
Who's to say? We'll move to Depoy. Myles Garrett with 1T. Like we said, got the paycheck in Cleveland. Unfortunately, that means you are now in
dead last.
Cleveland.
You are now in dead last in the AFC North automatically.
For a fair amount of time. Not ideal, but listen, when you have Is he up to 15 sacks now?
He's 15 because last week he was at 11.
We're going to have to go and double check those numbers.
I think it's 15.
It's hard to keep track when you have a defensive powerhouse like Myles Garrett. I remember last year the conversation was Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. He's completely blown that guy out of the water. Yeah. It's not even close. If someone else gets that award, it's a scam.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Emeka Egbuka, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Something about those Ohio State wide receivers, man. What are they feeding them? I don't know.
It's a long list.
Apparently, it's not just Egbuka, though. I mean, all these other guys, they're also breaking out as soon as they get into the league. You had one earlier when you were talking about your boy.
Yeah.
But, man, they just craft them into these freak shows. I mean, every route that this guy runs, it's like he's running it at 100% speed. Yeah. You can't keep up with him. He's got great footwork, over 700 yards, only 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know,
but in the end, they did find. I think they found a great replacement for Mike Evans.
Yeah, room to grow.
Well, how many more years do you think Mike Evans has? Especially with all the injury problems?
He's more of a Godwin style.
Godwin? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really compare. Because
he's taller.
The Mike Evans grade wide receiver, we're not seeing so much of them in the league anymore. Maybe one would be like Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
But
I guess it would be Godwin.
Yeah, the route running is maybe more so
than just jump up and grab it.
Yeah, Emeka's style. He's got great hands, obviously, like Mike Evans.
I was just saying it as like a a wide receiver one standpoint.
No, okay, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, but I thought you meant like sticking him out at the X. Maybe he's not there all the time. Carson Schweschinger at Defensive Rookie of the Year, stuck in Cleveland just like our buddy Myles Garrett with 1 T. Plenty of tackles for Carson Schweschinger this season. He's gearing up to be not just Defensive Rookie of the Year, but maybe overall the Rookie of the Year. Keep an eye on this cat in Cleveland. I'm impartial. I'm partial towards running linebackers. Yes. I do really like linebackers, and I'm super happy with how Jaeden Campbell has been playing for the Eagles. But
I feel like
not as much time as this guy.
I feel like the Browns always find a way to pull defensive players out of the draft or just in general, because their defense is usually not necessarily like top tier, but they're usually like that middle, in between top tier and middle of the pack, like every year. They're pretty consistent.
Yeah, they picked a good one with Schweschinger for sure.
Yeah.
I mentioned Jaeden Campbell right there. Nakobe Dean is back. He's in there, and he's playing well, so maybe Jaeden Campbell has kind of fallen off the track here. I think he's out of the running.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, Comeback Player of the Year in Indianapolis. The Colts are putting together a pretty good season with the help of their running back, Jonathan Taylor, obviously. One small injury to him could show true colors.
I can only imagine what would happen if this guy went down.
Yeah, dude, that would be brutal. Alec Pierce
we'll
would
go back to
Daniel. More work.
We'll go back to Daniel Jones having the 1,000, like the ghost stare.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have experience playing against him because he was on the Giants for a couple seasons.
He had that iconic stare as he's reading the defense.
He had a very, very funny moment against the Eagles, taking off downfield, breaking away from everybody, and then stumbling, falling down. I don't even think they scored. I don't think they scored on that.
I don't think they did
got
either.
A field goal out of that.
Yeah,
which is pretty funny. But he's been great this year. He does have 7 picks, but throwing the ball super well. 20 passing touchdowns like Drake May. So pretty talented quarterback when you give him pieces to work with. That's going to do it for our predictions. We will be coming back to them and seeing if we were right or if we were incorrect. I have a feeling I'm going to knock a couple of these out of the park, but we'll have to wait and see. That's the beauty of predictions. Everybody thinks they're right? Until the time comes.
Yeah. Until we look back at our NBA ones and we're like, wow, what happened? And then we'll look back at this and be like,
when the Sixers
I think this is a lot easier to do than the rankings.
Yeah.
Because, that's pretty almost clear cut. That's clear cut.
You think so?
And then.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't think so?
I think these two are more clear cut than that, I think.
Oh, I guess we'll have to find out, right?
One. Yeah, Sean Payton, I forgot to talk about.
Yeah, ignore the logo, wrong logo.
Sorry about that. Little slip up there. That's an A, and that is the Denver Broncos.
And that's the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, number 1 defense in the NFL. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Chiefs. You know, it looks like there's a new kid on the block. And Roger Goodell wants Bo Nix to be his poster boy. So
that's one way to put it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what the heck? What's going on? I mean, did you see the calls in those games?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty outlandish.
Yeah.
Go back and watch some. I mean, this guy was running into the referees.
Oh, I did see that.
Playing dirty out there. But yeah, go back and watch the clips of what the Chiefs were getting treated like and now what's going on with the Broncos this year. Everyone wants to say, Eagles are going early. Go back and watch that Broncos game. Ugh. All right. He might win Coach of the Year, though. So. Yeah, that will do it. That
will do our predictions.
Yeah, so tune into the GameTime YouTube and also new media.
Yes.
Find much more content there.